Imagine a world where everybody is connected. Imagine a world where somebody in Japan can do a transaction with somebody in the United States without high banking fees. Imagine a world no longer ruled by greedy corporate banks. There's going to come a time when we think of central banks in the same way we think about calling an operator to talk to a friend on the phone. This weird, annoying entity that came between us and the things we actually wanted. You aren't going to drown in fees anymore. You aren't going to borrow money from a bank. You aren't going to fight a half a dozen middlemen. It'll just be you and your money anywhere on earth. And once this happens, cryptocurrency could very well make the US dollar obsolete. Once people understand how easy this is and get used to it, the demand for legacy money controlled by a government and bank is going to plummet like a rock. Welcome to the world of cryptocurrency. All right. Good morning, everybody. You know what? My microphone. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. I'm going to be putting back in my mic. There we go. So if you cannot hear me clearly, just let me know. But go ahead and type your name in the chat box. Happy Saturday morning. This is the 4th of July weekend. You guys excited? Ready for this? We are now on the second half of 2022. This year has just gone by so fast, and we've accomplished so much. ILCA is now in its 7th month of existence. You know, we've helped a lot of people change their lives over the last 7 months. A lot of people have learned a new skill set, made a lot of money, and you should be in a better position today than you were 7 months ago. I always do periodic audits of myself, how business is going, personal life, to see where we are. So I hope you guys are doing the same, and that you can say, you know, now today is July 2nd, that you are in a better position today than you were on January 1st. And a better position does not necessarily mean that you have more money in the bank account. Okay, so not everything is always quantitative to how much money that you have, but in all around, maybe in your mind, your body, your spirit. How is your health? Is your health in a better situation? Is your mindset right? Are you on the path to achieving the goals that you want? Do you have your goals set? Do you know more about crypto today? Are you positioned to be doing great things? That is just as important as that you do have more money in the bank account. So thank you guys for being here. I apologize. I got caught up doing some things early this morning and went overtime. So we're just going 30 minutes a little later, and we're going to cover parts 3 of that Federal Reserve white paper. So I see we've got Prelvis Lofties here. We've got Joyce Easley, Jacqueline Briggs, Faye Harris, Dave Tayo, Court Gomes from Guyana. Dave is in Toronto, Canada. See, Marnita Casa, Yashika Hawkins Anderson from Columbus, Georgia. Brenda Fogel from South Orange, New Jersey. Doreen Buckner from Anguilla. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Again, this is Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestion, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. And for the next few days, I will be having this flag behind me because divided or not, no matter the state of our country or not, I'm an American. I'm proud to be an American, and I will always support my country. 4th of July weekend. This is also my birthday month. So this is a very, very big month for me because I have my birthday coming up in a week and a half, but it's my freedom day. It's my 10-year freedom from what I call corporate and mental slavery. You know, the shackles have been broken. And as we get closer to my birthday, I'll be explaining that a little bit more and celebrating that. So let's go into looking at what's going on in the crypto world over the last week. Now, this is a public crypto talk. Normally, we just do inner circle crypto talk. You got to be a part of the ILCA community throughout the week. But on Saturday, we do one open for everybody so that you guys can get a taste of what ILCA, the community, is all about, the value that you can gain being a part of our inner circle, and why you want to be a part of this every day. Every day we do. The only days we don't do it is Friday and Sunday. But you want to be a part of this throughout the week because a lot of things are happening right now. A lot. Good morning, Mike from New Jersey, Laura Coleman Brown from Maryland, and Janelle from Colorado. Okay, let's take a look at the market right now. All right, we're at 910 billion, down 0.4% the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance is at 40.7%. Ethereum is at 13.9%. So yeah, something that Boyce Watkins doesn't know. Let's see, Bitcoin. And we're going to have to look by week because the last time I was public like this for you guys was last Saturday. So Bitcoin is at 19,390. That is down 8.2% on the week. Ethereum at 1,064. That is down 7.1% on the week.
See, BNB is down 5% on the week. Cardano's down 6.1. Ripple 6.2. Solana's down 13.6. Polkadot's down 12.9. Shiba Inu 2.8. Avalanche 11.2. Polygon Matic down 17.4 for the week. Let's look at the best performers of the past 7 days. Terra Classic USD is up 645% for the week. Huh. And I haven't heard any news about this. I didn't investigate it this whole week. But it's up 645% on the week. 10% in the last hour. Might have to look into this. Terra Classic USD as to why. Who is putting their money on this? The original Terra chain, talking about Terra Luna or what? Terra Classic USD. Oh, that's right. They changed the name of this. This is the pegged. Oh yeah. This was supposed to be like a stable coin pegged to the dollar. Forgot about that. It's up 44%, but yeah, that's this. People are playing get rich quick money off of this back and forth. I don't think it can get back to being pegged to the dollar. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. They're doing a lot of changes on it. Okay, Ecomai is up 12.7, Tenset 10.7, Sandbox 6.4, Airwe 5.7, OKB 5.1. Evmos is up 4.9, ApeCoin 4.9, Doge 3.5, Stepin 3. All right, worst tokens in the last 7 days. Synthetics Network is down 28.9, Huobi 20.8, Bitcoin SV 18.9, Zcash 18.8, Matic 17.4, Avi 17.1, Wave 16.8. The ground, look at this, all double-digit red. So if I read this like reading a book, what is this telling me? I think this has a greater chance of Bitcoin dropping to 15K, if not lower, than it does of Bitcoin going to 25K. Just based on the downward pressure that I'm seeing on this from the past week, I think it will go down to 15K before it goes up to 25K. So I changed my strategy a bit. Normally throughout the week, I'm always buying the dips on tokens. Now what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to be buying stablecoin and waiting for it to hit to the bottom. And then once it does, moving those stable coins into the market. So the stable coin I'm purchasing is not Tether. I'm not doing the Tether. I call it the Tether game, but I won't be using USDT. I will now be using USDC. I bought another $200 worth the other day of USDC coin. So we'll see how low this can go. Some are even saying 10,000 to 12,000 Bitcoin to get as low as. And that will be happy days for me and some business partners of mine. I was talking to the last couple of days. We are now getting a second chance, hitting the reset button. So if you've been following us for years, you'll know that our greatest moment came or should have happened in 2019. And that was the year that was going to set us off because we knew the Bitcoin halving was taking place in 2020, the first quarter, beginning of second quarter of 2020. And we knew the rocket ship was going to take off within 8 months to a year after that. And it did. And we knew we need to accumulate as much as we possibly can right now. So we made a bunch of moves and decisions that if things went right, we'd be living like kings. But not only did it go wrong, it went ultimate wrong. And instead of accumulating, I was spending. And I ended up spending a great deal of my crypto portfolio during those years. And then when the rocket ship did take off, the amount of tokens that I spent, that I sold, was 7 figures worth. And I felt sick. Sick to my stomach. But now we're about to have the reset if this goes down, because at that time, Bitcoin was between $6,000 and $10,000. Maybe at one point it got to 12,000. And then it shot up to 69,000. You guys saw that. So the reset button is hit. If this goes back down to 12,000, we now can do what we wanted to do 2.5, 3 years ago. We're in a position to do that again. So everything happens for a reason. And I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, so keep dropping Bitcoin. Keep dropping. I'm loving it where it's at right now. But keep on dropping. All right, let's go into the white paper. So we're actually on page 33. If you missed these, I did the last 2 crypto talks I did. Reading this is public. So you can go on my YouTube channel and see those if you can't find them on Facebook. This is a fascinating read. It's educational for people who don't know what money is. You think that all money is just this piece of paper. They're defining to you what they say money is, and they have money in 3 categories. It's actually much more than that. I did a talk the other Saturday called The River of Money. And I said money is energy. It's not a piece of paper. It's not gold and silver. Money is a resource, and there's an unlimited amount of it. The Federal Reserve describes 3 types of money: central bank money, was it corporate money, and then non-banked money, something like that. Those 3. And the version that we know of is not the largest version of it. It's only a smaller percentage of what real money actually is. So it's like they're telling on themselves, but they know that the public is not going to pay attention, or in their terms, the people that matter. Because to them, you don't matter. The people that matter are the ones that know what the central bank is. They know how the interest rates are, and the loans, and the dividends, and all the stuff the Federal Reserve does. The rest of us only know I got paid on Friday, and then my money got deposited to my bank account. That's my money. I can pull out money from the ATM machine. Those people don't matter to the Federal Reserve. So Appendix C, access to money and payment services. Access to money and payment services. And let me make sure that you guys aren't saying that I'm not good, so I'm all good so far. Let me make sure I get them up here. Yeah, there we go. All right. So in order to serve as a means of payment and a store of value, money must be accessible to the general public. The means by which the general public accesses different types of money varies. There's that word. Look at that. Just this first sentence. They don't teach this stuff in school. In order to serve as a means of payment and a store of value, money must be accessible to the general public. The means by which the general public accesses different types of money. So even if you take cryptocurrency away, and you take Bitcoin and all that stuff away, and you have clowns running around saying cash is king, they're still wrong. Because even the Federal Reserve will tell you this is just one form of money, and it ain't where the real power lies. Where the real power lies, the general public does not have access to that money. You can see this. Okay, they got their, okay. Okay. In this example, the general public interacts with the front end of the payment system by swiping their credit card at a checkout machine or using a mobile app to send money. These payments may flow one, so starting here, sender receiver, so starting here, may flow solely through applications operated by the accounts maintained by the banks. So here's a person one with the sender's bank, so person and bank, and then it goes to a payment infrastructure. This is the Federal Reserve, okay? So even the banks have a bank. Then says to originate in a non-bank financial service and then flow through the banking system. Or 3, see, this is a non-bank if it was like a mobile device. Or 3, remain only in the records of the non-bank service through customer non-bank accounts, may be funded, defunded bank accounts. So it's just showing you the flow of money, whether it's peer-to-peer to the receiver or using the bank to the payment infrastructure to the receiver. This is good for you to know. As described above, central bank money currently comes in 2 forms: physical currency and digital account balances held by eligible institutions at the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve distributes physical currency to commercial banks, which in turn distribute physical currency to the general public. Digital account balances, by law, may only be maintained at the Federal Reserve by banks and a limited number of other eligible entities, which are then able to use these balances to settle payments between each other. That is, such transfers are affected by the Federal Reserve through accounts held at reserve banks, with the Federal Reserve maintaining records of transactions that are accepted by all parties. You know, you guys, as this is a third time, or you're on part 3 with me, if this is new information for you, you didn't know this before, please type me in the chat box, because I want to know, is other people getting out of this what I'm getting out of this? This is some exciting stuff. Circulation of Federal Reserve notes. Isn't that interesting? We call this Federal Reserve note. Federal Reserve banks process notes to ensure that they are genuine and fit for circulation. Suspect counterfeit notes are sent to the U.S. Secret Service. The Federal Reserve banks' cash offices distribute banknotes to the public through commercial banks, credit unions, and savings and loan associations. Commercial banks serve as the general public's primary access point to accounts and payment services. Given the risks of fraud, theft, and illicit activity related to the access and use of the commercial bank money, commercial banks are subject to regulatory requirements for customer identification. Is that interesting? Yeah, I love this one because I'm definitely learning new. In recent years, non-bank service providers have developed convenient new ways for the general public to access both commercial bank and non-bank money. For example, some non-bank financial service providers offer user-friendly interfaces that... Ooh, what happened? Yeah, we're all good there, but my other computer does not see it. Okay. Ooh, okay. I was on a different StreamYard on my other computer. There we go. Now I see you guys. All right, there we go. I see Dave and Janelle, Joyce. Kevin says, yeah, new to me. A lot of this is new to me. So service providers offer user-friendly interfaces that facilitate transactions and commercial bank money between participating institutions. Other non-bank financial service providers offer access to non-bank money in the form of balances at non-banks that can be accessed any online or on mobile devices. So they would think Cash App is a non-bank, PayPal is a non-bank, Google Pay, Apple Pay, that you have all on your phone. And that's not even considering the crypto side. But notice they've only mentioned cryptocurrency one time and blockchain one time in this whole paper so far, 35 pages in. So they consider all of that also non-bank money. So when you look at things like a lawyer, then anytime you hear the word non-bank, that can include crypto as well. Anything that's not controlled by the Federal Reserve or the private banks. Non-bank financial service providers typically operate closed systems. That is, both the sender and recipient of a payment must establish a customer relationship with the non-bank service provider before a transaction can be completed. Really? That's it? Oh, we came to the end of that. Because then we just go into references. I thought that at least they would do a conclusion. But this is their appendix C. You go back. Yeah, appendix B, appendix C, appendix A. Seeking comment and next steps. Yeah. All right, so that comes to the end of this. I am extremely fascinated by this, and I'm probably going to record myself reading the whole thing without my comments on it. Because if you know me, if I do my comments, and it will be here for 3 days. But just reading the whole thing just through and recording it. I think that this little document right here is laying the foundation for the future of the revolution of money. You may say, well, isn't that already what crypto is doing? With crypto, you need to look at that as new technology. And I say this all the time. Do not look at Bitcoin as money. You need to view it as new technology. So yes, it is issuing in a revolution on the tech sector. But because of that, it is also forcing the real power in the world. It's forcing them to change. And they are having a revolution or an evolution of money. There are different forms of money that is already in major circulation in the world today. The real power, that revolution or evolution is taking place right now, and it begins with this piece of paper. So yeah, this is one of the most important pieces of documents in the financial sector since 1971, before I was even born. So this is important. This should be mandatory reading for all Americans and children, and then done in a way that they can understand what they're reading. That's why I like to break things down. So that I didn't think it was going to be that short. I'm going to pull up real quick. I want to see any other main news in the crypto world. But if you guys like that, let me know. Did you learn anything new from that white paper? Was that valuable information for you? Type me in the chat box. Let me know, because that was for me. And one day late at night when I don't have anything that's bothering me at the moment, I'm going to record myself reading that. I need to read it. That's what I got to read over and over and over again. Binance CEO CZ makes a 10-year prediction for decentral. Oh, yes. I want to see what that is real quick. Ethereum whales are accumulating ETH amid crypto debt. You better believe it. It's only $1,000. Let me open that real quick. Bitcoin. Ooh, see this? Didn't I just say? I said 12 12,000 to 15,000. Bitcoin could crash to 10,000 and one final flush. I said all that pressure is still coming down. We're gonna richest Bitcoin experts. Yeah. The whales, the people who know what's going on, they're buying up a storm right now. All right, we're gonna start with this one. Bitcoin could crash to 10,000 in one final push. And the timeline, that's what I like to see. CNBC analyst Brian Kelly believes Bitcoin still possesses more downside potential, even as it trades at over 70% off its all-time high. CNBC's Fast Money Kelly says the flagship crypto could still fall nearly 50% from current levels as the macro environment worsens. The good news is that I do think we are getting a lot closer to a generational bottom. The bad news is that might not be until Bitcoin hits $10,000. Bitcoin is trading for $19,200 at time of writing. The CNBC analyst says Bitcoin is likely to bottom out once it experiences a Lehman moment, a scenario that is potentially months away. I like that, but at the same time, I don't like, because we project Nugent coin that is going live this month. And you'd never want to go live in a bear market because that pushes the price down. No matter how great your project is, you don't control that. So if, this is my concern, the Nugent coin begins trading on the 15th of July. If Bitcoin can crash to 10,000 before then, we're in very, very good shape. If Bitcoin crashes to 10,000 after July 15th, then we're going to have to wait longer on the Nugent side. Nugent's going to lose a lot of value. It's not that it's dead. It's just that's the entire market. Bitcoin drops 50%. Everybody does as well. Just by default. So he's talking about we're months away from it doing that. A Lehman moment is that instance when the fear that turmoil in one asset or industry could become more widespread. We are probably months away from a Lehman moment, meaning that kind of one last flush down. Somebody big goes bankrupt that you never expected. We are probably months away from that. According to Kelly, the Bitcoin crash will be triggered by central banks' policy errors and accentuated by deleveraging in the market. The catalyst for it is going to be inflation expectations picking up, and every central bank in the world is making a policy error. So he's not even looking at the charts of crypto. He's talking about the stock market, the Dow, the geopolitics, the Federal Reserve interest rates, inflation, gas prices. All of that is what's going to force this to continue to go down. Because if the stock market drops, so will crypto. So it says the catalyst is going to be inflation expectations picking up, and every central bank in the world is making a policy error. And I think if you get those three combos, a final flush out of all this leverage in Bitcoin down is 10 to 15,000. I said 15K. Somewhere around that, and inflation expectations picking up, which I see coming in the next quarter or so. And we all know every central bank has already made a policy mistake. Bill says he lost sound. What about the rest of you guys? Can you hear me? And we all know every central bank has already made a policy mistake. Bill says he lost sound. Yeah, I'm still here. All right. And likely to continue to do more. That is the perfect scenario for a bottom in Bitcoin. All right, you know what else is happening? Midterm elections is going on. So November, you're going to have a lot of politicians that's saying, elect me. I'm going to improve the economy. I'm going to improve the gas prices. I'm going to improve the inflation stuff. So we got to see how the market reacts to who wins the elections. That's going to have an impact as well. All right. So he says we're a couple of months away from that, but we both agree that there's going to be another drop. Whether it's 10,000, I say 15K. 10,000 would be dream mode for me. I got to seriously think about liquidating a lot of assets and getting a whole bunch more crypto. And then can you imagine riding this sucker all the way back up to 40, 50, 60K? All right. John, you say 15K as well? CEO Zhao makes a 10-year prediction for decentralized finance. The chief executive of the world's largest crypto exchange by trading volume predicts that DeFi and DEX's decentralized exchange platforms will outshine their centralized counterparts in the long term. That's why we're writing the course right now on DeFi. Just for the record, I switched my focus because I was in the middle of doing DeFi and I switched to NFTs. So I'm going to finish the NFT before I finish the DeFi. But I should have them done around the same time. In a new interview on the Bankless YouTube channel, Binance CEO CZ predicts that in 10 years, okay, I turned 45, I'll be 55, decentralized blockchain projects will tower above centralized finance and centralized exchanges. So that's a hint there. We need to be paying attention to any new decentralized exchanges that pop up, because who's going to be the first Binance version of a decentralized exchange or FTX version of a decentralized exchange? They're going to be bigger than Binance. I think in 5 or 10 years, decentralized exchanges will be bigger than centralized exchanges. I would say maximum in 10 years. DEXs and DeFi are going to be bigger than CeFi. Zhao also says that even though he believes centralized crypto protocols will eventually be outdone by decentralized ones, he still believes in a future where they can coexist, as many people will still prefer the conventional methods of accessing their accounts. I think it will take a long time for the centralized exchanges to go to zero, but I think it will take 5 or 10 years before DeFi is going to be bigger than centralized ones. But the centralized ones will continue to play a role for many decades to come. I think because there are still many people who are much more comfortable using an email and password. So if you ask my parents' generation, they would much prefer email and password instead of using a USB stick to do encrypted backups of their private keys in a distributed manner. That is true. I think the technology will improve to a point where the decentralized stuff will be much more usable. It's actually easier to use because you don't have to do KYC. You don't have to do all of these very tedious processes. You can have on your own control of your own wallet. Who was saying this against? Yeah, so I expect CZ to create a decentralized exchange. In fact, I think he's telling you this. So here's another thing to look at. If we see any news of a decentralized exchange being backed by CZ or created by him, you want to go in that. All right. And then Ethereum whales are accumulating ETH amid crypto dip, according to analytics firm Sentiment. So Ethereum whales are accumulating ETH amid crypto dip. A leading blockchain analytics firm is revealing Ethereum whales are snapping up. Look at the word they use there. They didn't say they're slowly accumulating, that they're looking into. No, they're snapping it up. The leading smart contract platform amid Ethereum's sustained decline in value. According to Sentiment, addresses with a balance of between 100 and 100,000 Ethereums have been accumulated. So people who already have a lot, most people don't have 100 ETH. That's $100,000 right there. Most people don't have 100 of them. But those who do is buying more. They've been accumulating since June 7th. despite the significant devaluation of Ethereum over the past month. Ethereum Shark and Well addresses holding between 100 to 100,000 Ethereums have collectively added 1.1% more of the coin supply to their bags on this 39% dip. Historical evidence points to this tier group having alpha on future price movements. The current Ethereum supply stands at 119,516,810, according to Blockchain Explorer Etherscan. Sentiment also says that it's keeping an eye on Ripple after witnessing an exponential jump in the number of unique users interacting with its network. XRP is holding up better than most altcoins on a Thursday crypto slide day. A couple of days ago, the XRP network exploded with unique addresses interacting on the network, exceeding 200,000 for the first time since February 2020. This is worth watching. I already said it the other day. Yeah, you might want to start accumulating XRP, especially if the banks and the Federal Reserve uses their blockchain to do the CBDCs. In fact, if anybody is using the XRP blockchain for CBDCs, that's going to explode. The blockchain analytics firm adds that the two largest meme coins by market cap, Doge and Shiba Inu, have also recorded a significant increase in network activity over the past 10 days. Whatever your opinion may be on Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, it appears as though they are each showing notable increases in network activity. Over the past 10 days especially, Doge plus 32% and SHIB plus 35% have seen many returning network interactions. All right. Well, that is it that we're going to be doing for Crypto Talk for today. There is a new announcement. I did a special live yesterday. Let me stop sharing screen. That we are now in July, which meant we had a special going on by the end of June for those who wanted to be a founding member. Founding member was one time $997. You get access to all of the courses, even the ones that's not completed yet, which is the DeFi, NFT, and Metaverse, plus the first four. Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin Cryptocurrency, and Internet of Things. You get all of that for $997. If you're a prior student of mine, then you get it for $500, all of that. That came to an end at the end of June, and the price went up to $2,997. And you are now able to purchase them individually. Like, for example, you can get Bitcoin 101 right now for $350. Bitcoin 101. Now, because we had a lot of people last minute that was trying to get into the system at the $997, we decided we're going to extend it until midnight on July 4th, the 4th of July. Midnight. You can still get them all for $997. And you can, if you're a prior student, you still get it for $500. On July 5th, it will now be $350 per course, or $2,997 for all of it. If you can't afford all of that, we've got payment plans, 2-month or 3-month. If you just want Bitcoin 101, that's fine, because starting on July 7th, next Thursday, I'm going to be doing live Bitcoin 101. Live Bitcoin 101. So that is very important. Well, I got a sex scammer on my YouTube. How can I block this individual here? Block user. Yeah, you guys aren't on the YouTube side, so you don't see what's going on there. I blocked it. Cheapest sex dating. All right. They always got to come out. So that's the news. You have until midnight on 4th of July. Now, it says 4th of July, there's nothing going on. There's not going to be any crypto talks, nothing happening on July 4th. I'm going to be in a swim. You know what? I might go live, just to share some stuff. I know it'll be barbecuing and swimming, so I might go live. But outside of that, there's no crypto talk or anything else happening on the 4th of July. So The next crypto talk, we will be back on Tuesday morning. And there's not going to be any presentation tomorrow night either. Normally on Sunday night, I would do an ILCA opportunity presentation. So from now, vacation starts. When I shut this off, I won't be doing anything until Tuesday. So with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful 4th of July. Stay safe out there, especially if you're traveling. And we will be back on Tuesday morning. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.